Chapter 52:47. Sister Hong said faintly, "Cheng Zheng, cover your heart and tell me, do you have any responsibility for Su Jian's matter? What responsibility do I have? I didn't allow her to do it. Didn't you see it just now? I tried my best to persuade her, but she didn't listen. What else could I do? I can't possibly force her to do it, right?" Master Cheng said disapprovingly. Sister Hong sneered again. "Then why don't you cover that part of yours and ask yourself?" Master Cheng's expression was as if he had eaten a big bee. "Woman, can you not be so vulgar? A relationship between a man and a woman should be consensual. I spent tens of millions on her. She willingly touched that thing. How is it my fault?" Sister Hong was still looking at him. Master Cheng looked especially aggrieved. "Look at you, purposely picking on me. I have already said that it has nothing to do with me. You didn't see me when I was good. You didn't see me when I was righteous. You didn't see me when I rejected the evil money." Master Cheng said, a little arrogantly covering his head with the blanket, his muffled voice coming out. "I thought you came to see me, so that's not the case." Sister Hong was amused and angry. "I didn't come to see you, but to see Su Jian? Who knows?" Master Cheng said, still revealing his head and acting coquettishly. "I'm already in so much pain, you're talking about me." Sister Hong couldn't stand him and coughed lightly. "Don't be like this, I won't fall for it." "Then what do you fall for? Let me try." Master Cheng said shamelessly. Then he seemed to have thought of something. "Su Jian's matter has long been forgotten. Don't bring it up again." Sister Hong smiled and placed the thermos in her hand on a cabinet at the head of the bed. Master Cheng's eyes widened. "This is the soup my woman made for me. I have to finish it. And then, either you die of stupidity or you die of stupidity." Sister Hong sneered, a little disapproving. Master Cheng laughed with satisfaction. "Xiao Mao, come and help me fill a bowl of soup. Don't let your sister-in-law do it. She's wearing a big diamond ring, and she's dressed well. Don't dirty her clothes." Sister Hong sat at the side. The soup was made by the nanny at home. "Master Cheng, don't think too highly of yourself." Master Cheng didn't mind. He smiled and said, "What the nanny did is the same as what you did. What's the difference? I love them all." Xiao Mao happily came over to pour the soup for Master Cheng. He looked like he was serving a newbie. Master Cheng was a forthright person. Even when he was drinking chicken soup, he could still show some heroic spirit. Sister Hong just watched quietly. When he finished drinking, she asked about Mr. Me. Master Cheng wiped his lower lip and said indifferently, "Why are you asking about him? You're still hoping that I won't be the bad guy, and that I'll be the good guy to help my superiors get rid of that me guy. Don't you think your expectations of your man are too high?" Sister Hong replied calmly, "No, I just want to do a report." Master Cheng glared at her. "You're crazy." Master Gu lifted the blanket and walked over with the wound on his arm. "Do you know how many people he has under him? He can kill you with just a word. Lu Hong, don't think that it's just death. There are many ways to make people wish they were dead." Lu Hong pursed her lips. "I know." Cheng Yang glared at her without saying a word. Sister Hong smiled again. "Why are you so nervous? I just don't have any plans." Chapter 52:48. 1 second to remember. Master Cheng's expression was completely different from before as he stared at her. "You better not have this thought. Destroy it all for me." Sister Hong looked at Master Cheng for a long time before saying softly, "You care about me?" Master Cheng scolded. "If I don't care about you, can you fart here?" Sister Hong blinked her eyes and actually smiled. Master Cheng's voice suddenly became hoarse as he quietly said, "Lu Hong, it's true. This line of work isn't as simple as you think it is. There are so many vicious people out there, and you can't fight them alone. They can kill you in a matter of minutes." "I know," she still said very softly. "But Cheng Zheng, if everyone doesn't do it, then wouldn't people like Mr. Me walk outside the law forever?" Seeing that she didn't understand, Master Cheng was quite angry and said in a rough voice, "Woman, why can't you understand? Is this something that you should care about? Is this something that you can care about? If you dare to touch a pen, I will kill you first, so that I won't worry about you in this world." Sister Hong was stunned for a moment. Then she gently touched Master Cheng's face. That face was broad and well-shaped, and his facial features were well-defined. In fact, it was also good-looking, but because the owner was often angry, people neglected it. His figure was even more worth looking at. In fact, if it wasn't for his bad childhood and bad luck, Master Cheng's brain and looks would have been a dragon or phoenix among men when he grew up. He wouldn't be like this now, who was obviously handsome, but often felt that he was an uncouth old man. Deep down, he still had some inferiority complex. Sister Hong suddenly said, "I forgive you." When Master Cheng's face was touched by her, his heart was itching, but now that she suddenly said such a sentence, his voice was floating. "What?" Sister Hong said softly. "I forgive you." This time, Master Cheng's voice was trembling. "Does this mean that you are willing to reconcile with me?" Sister Hong snorted softly. "I think so." Master Cheng was happy, and he carried Sister Hong up and spun a few rounds. It chirped a few more times and said decisively to Xiao Mao, "Inform the brothers guarding outside to give each of them 1,000,000. Xiao Mao was also happy. Just as he was about to go down, Sister Hong stopped him. "Xiao Mao, wait a moment." Xiao Mao made an O sound and immediately came over, sister-in-law. Sister Hong pushed Master Cheng onto the bed and harumphed. "Do you still think I'm the same as before? You're a spendthrift, spending millions in one go. How are you going to feed me after I've spent all my money?" Grandpa Cheng rubbed his chin. "That's true. You're right. I won't be able to change my bad habit in a short period of time. Now, I'm different from before." Suddenly, he became excited again. "It's really different when there's someone in charge." He straightforwardly said to Xiao Mao, "How about this? You give 1,000,000, and the other brothers give 100,000. Your sister-in-law won't be able to object to this. It's rare to see her happy." Xiao Mao was naturally happy to receive 1,000,000 yuan. After thanking Master Cheng, he went to do it. Suddenly, the inside and outside of the house were bustling with activity. Sister Hong scolded Master Cheng a few more times. "You're too high profile when you do things." She knocked him, and Master Cheng enjoyed it very much. He obediently let Sister Hong do whatever she wanted to him. At this moment, he wanted to go back to the villa immediately so that he could continue living the life of a loving husband and wife. Master Cheng was injured, and he did not have any other thoughts. The two of them talked together. Master Cheng could not change his stubborn character. He smiled and asked, "Are you living alone? Do you realize that you can't live without me?" Chapter 52-49. Sister Hong smiled faintly. "I just think you're quite cute. It's that simple." Master Cheng touched his head. "There are too many words to describe a man. Masculine, powerful, handsome, and rich. How is that cute? You don't like it? Then I'll take it back." Sister Hong said indifferently with the face of a young lady. Master Cheng treated her like a treasure. "Don't take it back if I like it. Just say that I'm cute, especially cute." Sister Hong smiled. Seeing her smile, Master Cheng also smiled embarrassedly. His tall body lay down heavily and stared at the ceiling. "I've been wandering my whole life. It's only today that I feel like I have a home." Sister Hong leaned over. "Do you want to get married?" Master Cheng's eyes widened. "Get married?" Then he smiled. "We're all in the pugilistic world. Didn't I say that marriage is just a piece of paper? There are so many married men and women who want to get married and divorce. Can that piece of paper bind people's hearts?" Sister Hong leaned back. "It's the same excuse again." She played with her fingernails. "Master Cheng, tell me, how many women have forced you to marry them?" Master Cheng said carefully. "So far, it's really only you. The other women wouldn't dare to ask me to marry them even if they were given 100 guts. At most, they would ask for money, houses, jewelry, and so on." Sister Hong looked at him. Master Cheng understood. "You want it too? Why not?" Sister Hong snorted. "I'm a pure and innocent person. If I don't want anything from you, wouldn't I be a fool? Besides, I forgave you and Su Jian for the sake of our relationship." "If there's a next time," Master Cheng asked anxiously, "does that mean you won't forgive me?" Sister Hong said indifferently, "It's not that I won't forgive you. I'll just cut the weeds and eliminate the roots." "Kill that woman?" Master Cheng felt a chill. "That's too cruel." Sister Hong glanced at him. Are you thinking too much? I mean, I'll chop you up so you won't have a chance to commit a crime. Master Cheng's expression was interesting. He stared at Sister Hong for a long time. Sister Hong wasn't afraid of him at all. What? You don't want to? Forget it if you don't want to. She looked like she was about to leave. Master Cheng hurriedly lowered his head and said, How could I not be willing? I am 120 willing. I'm willing to do this from the bottom of my heart. As he spoke, he sighed, I will definitely take care of myself. As he said this, he lowered his head and felt a chill down his spine. Later on, Godfather Cheng complained to Xiao Mao. Say, there are so many good-looking women out there. Why don't I like them? Why do I have to like such a powerful character? She was fierce and had no femininity at all. And you ask me for money all the time. Xiao Mao only smiled and said nothing. Master Cheng had a lot of assets under his name. He had even more cash, big gold bars, big goldfish, and so on. He gave it all to Sister Hong. It was over 100 billion, and he didn't even blink. Sister Hong also accepted it. Little Mao accompanied Sister Hong as she ran around and chased away those brothers who were not convinced. Xiao Mao remembered that Sister Hong had told him that Master Cheng was no longer involved in the shady business. Only in the bar and clubhouse. It was naturally incomparable to what he had earned in the past. If he continued to spend money like water, it would probably be spent in less than 10 years. Without money, it wouldn't be like it was now. So, she helped Master Cheng save the money, but did not allow Xiao Mao to say anything. Xiao Mao truly felt that his sister-in-law was deeply in love with Master Cheng. Although she was fierce and refused to admit it, everything she did was for Master Cheng's sake. Xiao Mao was so touched that he wanted to die. Chapter 5250. Master Cheng's move shocked everyone in the underworld. Almost everyone in B City knew about it. Master Cheng was really infatuated. Moreover, he was willing to spend a lot of money for Sumu last time. This time, he was doing it for Sister Hong. Master Cheng's taste was unique. Sister Hong was now a rich woman with a net worth of hundreds of billions. She was even more different with Master Cheng's love. When she went to the newspaper office, Zhang Fucai reported his work and was about to leave. Sister Hong stopped him. Zhang Fucai, wait a minute. Zhang Fucai stopped and turned around. Looking at the glamorous woman, it was hard for him to remember her tomboyish appearance from before. Zhang Fucai was depressed. Money has such an effect on a woman's appearance. He couldn't help but think of his wife at home. She was only in her early 20s when she followed him. She was also pretty, but now she looked like a housewife. He felt a little guilty. What's the matter? Zhang Fucai sighed. What's wrong? I'll fix it. Sister Hong shook her head. No, you did a good job. Our newspaper office's sales have made a breakthrough this month. She took out a pile of envelopes. The finance department has just prepared these and distributed them to everyone. You and Du Meili are the biggest contributors. You got 2 million and Du Meili got 5 million. It's a half-year bonus for everyone. Work hard, and I won't mistreat my own people. Zhang Fucai was a little surprised, but then he was happy. In the past year, he had earned about this amount. Now his bonus was so much. It would be 4 or 5 million for the whole year. In 2 years, he would be able to move into a 4-bedroom apartment and a car. Suddenly, Zhang Fucai's heart was filled with mixed feelings. Actually, you don't have to do this for me, Sister Hong rolled her eyes. Fatty, don't flatter yourself. I'm doing this for everyone's better lives. She lit a cigarette. I'm not short of money. The newspaper office's performance is rising. It's only right to share some money with everyone. Shouldn't I give them money? Zhang Fucai whispered that he got it. Then, he took the envelopes out and distributed them to everyone. The newspaper office was naturally filled with cheers. Especially after Du Meili held the envelope, she felt the same as Zhang Fucai. She sat silently in the office for a long time before she mustered up the courage to go to Sister Hong's office. Sister Hong smiled faintly when she saw her. Do you have business to discuss with me? Du Meili shook her head. No, but I guess so. Sister Hong asked her to take a seat. She sat down carefully and said in a low voice, Thank you. Sister Hong smiled. If it's for the prize money, you don't have to. Everyone has a share. She paused for a moment and said, Your recent performance is commendable. You deserve these bonuses. Du Mei lowered her head and said in a low voice, Sister Hong, I've let you down in the past. It's my fault for breaking you and Zhang Fucai apart. I'm sorry. She stood up and bent over 90 degrees. After so many years, she had never been able to admit that she was wrong. She was high-spirited, and she had always thought that she was much better than Sister Hong because she was young and good-looking. However, Sister Hong had never considered her as an enemy. Looking at it now, Sister Hong's magnanimity made her look especially ridiculous. Because she knew that if they were in each other's shoes, she would probably mess with Sister Hong so much that she would not be able to stay here anymore. Yes, she was vicious like that. Chapter 52-51. However, after she worked hard, Sister Hong gave her 5 million yuan as a bonus. Du Mei didn't have a house in B City. She had always wanted to buy one, but she was always short of 1 million yuan for the down payment. Now, the down payment was gathered, and it was given to her by the person she hated and despised the most. She had a mental breakdown. No matter what, she had to apologize, not only because of the money, but also because of the person's character. Sister Hong was very calm. Let bygones be bygones. Our relationship now is that of a boss and an employee. If you do well, I will naturally give you a raise. If you don't, I will deduct your salary. It's that simple. Du Mei nodded. Thank you, Sister Hong. Sister Hong smiled. Do well. There will be more opportunities in the future. I heard that you want to buy a house. How about it? If you're short of money, you can get some money from the newspaper office. Du Mei hurriedly said, It's enough. I can still have a few 100,000 yuan on hand. Thank you, Sister Hong. I will treat you to a meal when I have time. You must come, Sister Hong. Sister Hong smiled. Since you're buying a house and got such a bonus, you can treat the people in the department to a meal. It won't cost you 20 or 30,000 yuan. Du Mei, of course, agreed. That night, they held the meal. Du Mei and Sister Hong's relationship had eased. It was a sensation in the newspaper office. The two of them used to be like fire and water, but now they were treating each other to a meal. That night, Du Mei drank too much. She was not beautiful at all. She held Sister Hong's hand and cried, apologizing. She lost her composure, but no one cared. They were all very happy. Sister Hong also drank a lot. She and Du Mei were in a corner pulling a parent. The two women drank too much and didn't care about their image. Especially Du Mei, who usually looked like a goddess, was really drunk at this time. Her face was red as she smoked, and the makeup on her face had already been smeared. But this was not a problem at all. She felt that she was very cool now. I have a house. She pulled Sister Hong aside and started to nag. Sister Hong, listen to me. Although I've done a lot of bad things to you, if I hadn't done bad things, you wouldn't have met Master Chung, right? Master Chung is such a good person. He looks so manly. You don't even know how much I want to taste him, but he doesn't like me. This could be considered as heartfelt words. That was why drinking was really scary. Fortunately, Sister Hong didn't mind. In Sister Hong's heart, she didn't need to care about a man she could snatch away. Especially someone like Chang Zheng, whose entire family was with her. She didn't need to be afraid. The more Du Mei spoke, the more she revealed her true nature. She even revealed Master Cheng's beautiful imagination, which made Sister Hong laugh to death. Women are just that strange. Once they let it go, once there was no man in between, everything would no longer be a problem. Du Mei said a lot, and the people around her even recorded it for her, saying that they would show it to her tomorrow. She was so embarrassed. Sister Hong also let them play around. She felt that it was quite good. After that, everyone raised their glasses together. Our son Daly will only get better and better. After a toast, they went to the clubhouse to continue playing. Coincidentally, it was Master Cheng's place. In order to show her filial piety to Sister Hong, Du Mei even called 2 little wolf dogs over. When Xiao Mao heard the news, he immediately told Master Chung. Master Chung was recuperating in the hospital. Actually, he was almost fully recovered. He just stayed in the hospital and let Sister Hong take care of him every day. Now that he heard about it, he immediately lifted his blanket and got out of bed to catch them in the act. Chapter 52-52. Updated quickly. Actually, Master Chung came over angrily, but Xiao Mao stopped him and said softly, Master Chung, you can't do this. Think about it. If sister-in-law gets angry, it won't be fun. Master Chung snorted lightly. Does that mean she can spend her days drinking and having fun here? She even called a puppy. Was he not good-looking? Was his figure not good? Was there nothing to talk about when she was with him? Or did he not know how to drink and sing and not understand a woman's heart? Master Chung was very angry, and Xiao Mao tried to calm him down. Master Chung, don't be angry. This is just a play. If you get serious, you will lose. Master Chung stared at him with widened eyes. She's a woman. What do you mean by playing around? What if she gets drunk and rolls around with someone else? Wouldn't I be cuckolded then? Xiao Mao frowned, but he still stopped his Master Chung. It's still not appropriate, Master Chung. Think about it. If you go there, you will make sister-in-law lose face. Will sister-in-law simply give up? You can see her for a while, but you can't see her for the rest of her life. She is not with Master Chung 24/7. Anything can happen if her heart is not with Master Chung. Think about it, Master Chung. If you suddenly appear at this time and tell sister-in-law it's getting late and it's time to go home to rest, will sister-in-law feel that you are especially considerate, especially capable, and especially honorable? After Xiao Mao finished speaking, he looked at Master Chung with sparkling eyes. Master Chung touched his head. Tell me, what should I do to make her feel honorable? Xiao Mao said proudly. You have to pretend to be cultured. Just like CEO Yi, the moment a woman is prepared, she will like it. Master Chung looked at him, really? Xiao Mao patted his chest and promised. Absolutely, trust me. Master Chung touched his head, thought about it, and felt that it was quite reliable. So, Master Chung asked for the location of the private room and went over elegant and special. The atmosphere in the private room was naturally not good. When Master Chung entered, everyone fell silent. Then, they looked at Sister Hong. Sister Hong seemed to be in high spirits. Everyone thought that Godfather Chung was going to get angry, but Godfather Chung was a special man. He smiled and said, It's getting late. I'm here to pick you up. Everyone present was dumbfounded. Master Cheng's temperament was not that of an ordinary person. Sister Hong was stunned. She lit a cigarette and slowly took 2 puffs. Master Cheng couldn't help but say, Didn't I tell you not to smoke? It's fine if you drink a little, but you're not allowed to smoke in the future. You guys, he looked around. Help me keep an eye on her. She's not in good health. She shouldn't be smoking. Everyone was stunned once again. What kind of love was this? Master Cheng pulled Sister Hong up and thoughtfully helped her put on a coat. At the same time, he complained in a low voice, How much did you drink? Sister Hong's alcohol tolerance was very good. She had already woken up and was smiling at Master Chung. His skills must have been taught by Little Mao. He was so unsophisticated. Wasn't the domineering style he used to have? He had to pretend to be cultured, but he didn't look like one. Sister Hong chuckled, then stretched out her hand and lazily flicked her hair. Why did you come out from the hospital? When Master Chung heard her question, he couldn't help but say, When I was in the hospital, you were fooling around outside, right? Xiao Mao covered his face, not daring to continue listening. Sister Hong put on the coat and walked to the door. That's not bad. That's more like it. Why are you pretending to be cultured? Chapter 52-53. Master Chung was stunned. That's right. I pretended so well just now. How could I forget? This won't do. Master Chung still wanted to pretend, but Sister Hong waved her hand and said, Stop pretending. You have such a personality, but you have to pretend to be neither. Master Chung sucked in a breath of cold air. Neither of them? He glared at Xiao Mao. What a bad idea. After a while, Master Chung became especially proud. Look, he still had a special charm in Sister Hong's heart. Speaking of his personality, wasn't that the taste of a man? He understood. Master Chung helped Sister Hong into the car and asked the driver to drive. Sister Hong leaned on his shoulder and told Master Cheng everything that Du Meili had said to him. Master Cheng's expression was particularly interesting. Look, there are so many women outside staring at me, like wolves staring at meat. Why don't you cherish them? Sister Hong didn't say anything. He looked down and was furious. This woman actually fell asleep. It wasn't easy for him to get out of the hospital. He was thinking that absence makes the heart grow fonder. He hadn't been intimate with her for a long time, and Master Chung had been living like a monk for a long time. He thought that tonight would be a different life, but who knew that this woman would fall asleep in disappointment? According to Master Cheng's personality in the past, he would have shaken her up regardless of anything and just let himself be happy. But now, he felt that after what Xiao Mao said, he had to be a proper gentleman to attract women. Therefore, Master Chung really hid a lot of tenderness in his heart. When the car stopped, he carried Sister Hong into the apartment. He was really very well behaved, wiping his sweat and washing his face. After this commotion, Sister Hong woke up and quietly looked at him. Master Cheng's voice was slightly hoarse. "Why are you awake?" "I drank too much, and now my stomach is burning," Sister Hong said softly. Master Chung said, "It's your turn." Then, he went to pour water for her in a good mood. He really took good care of her. Sister Hong looked at him quietly and buried her head in the pillow. Later, Master Chung came over with the water. He helped her up and leaned on his shoulder to carefully feed her water. He was wearing a black shirt. His personality and face were a little gentle, and he was taking care of her like this. Any woman would be tempted. After Sister Hong finished drinking the water, she still leaned on his shoulder. Master Chung endured it for a while before gritting his teeth and saying, "Why do you become so sentimental when you drink? You're already so old. Don't act like a little girl." Sister Hong wrapped her arms around his neck and said, "Go find a girl." Master Chung was stunned for a moment. Then, he coughed lightly and said, "They're not as good as you." Sister Hong smiled and raised her head. "How are you inferior to me?" Master Chung was a little teased. He blushed and stammered, "I'm not as good as you anywhere." Early in the morning, Master Chung got up first and went outside to practice a set of boxing. When he came back, Sister Hong was already up. She was cooking breakfast in a white bathrobe. Her long, curly hair was tied up casually. The morning light shone on the side of her face, making her look especially beautiful. Master Chung couldn't help but hug her from behind. Sister Hong despised him to death. "You're covered in sweat. Go take a shower. Breakfast will be ready soon." Master Chung was in a very good mood. After a while, he went to take a shower. When he turned back, he felt refreshed. The two of them chatted while eating breakfast. Master Chung chewed on a sandwich and said, "From now on, we'll be living together again." Sister Hong looked at him and said, "You look like you have a lot to say." Chapter 52-54. Master Chung said straightforwardly, "Since we're together, we should have a rule, right? Otherwise, we'll be busy too. If we don't go home, what kind of family is this?" Master Chung was using the same trick again. This time, he was going to make a rule. Sister Hong was amused. She lowered her eyes and said, "Tell me about it." Master Chung pursed his lips and said seriously, "In the future, we won't work overtime. You're not allowed to smoke and drink less. This is the family rule. You're not allowed to find a puppy. If you want one, you can look for me. I guarantee you'll be satisfied." Master Chung said shamelessly. Sister Hong yawned. "Anything else?" Master Chung said softly, "Also, nothing else. I'm very lenient with you." Sister Hong smiled. "You're very lenient. Thank you. Can you do it?" Master Chung laughed. He smiled proudly. "Of course I can do it. It's self-cultivation." Sister Hong looked at him. "You're not looking for girls anymore? Didn't I say that they're not as good as you?" Master Chung winked. Sister Hong smiled and didn't mind. Master Chung felt great. He leaned over and said a few more words. Sister Hong couldn't stand him. "You'll feel bored after a long time. Don't be so full of yourself." Master Chung smiled. "Of course not. I think it's good this way. It's a warm family." Sister Hong didn't say anything. Actually, at her age, she had seen through love. She had this man in her heart, so she gave him a chance. But if what happened before happened again, she wouldn't take his life, let alone all his assets. After talking to him, Sister Hong went to work. She couldn't do without her in the news agency. Master Chung was naturally unwilling. He didn't have to go to work and would go out for a walk. They had just reconciled and were in good condition last night. He wanted to be intimate with her. Sister Hong didn't fall for it. I have to go to work. There are so many mouths to feed in the news agency. Master Chung. Master Chung rubbed his head. I'll subsidize you with 100 million every year. Isn't that enough? Sister Hong snorted. The money is all with me. How are you going to compensate me? I just said that you're starting to be extravagant again. Have you ever read Dream of the Red Chamber? The Chow family squander their money like dirt just like you. Master Chung was unhappy and shouted, Are you looking down on me again? Do you think I'm not a scholar? How could I have read something like Dream of the Red Chamber? Sister Hong took the coat and said, Can you read? If you can, then buy a book to read. It'll help you pass the time. When Master Chung heard that, he immediately shouted, I don't know much. Why don't you teach me? In fact, Sister Hong also didn't know how such an illiterate man managed to get into the company. She was a little helpless. Follow me to work? If you don't understand, just ask me. In order to stay by her side, Master Chung really asked someone to prepare elementary school textbooks for him to read. He was not afraid of losing face as he read them in public. Sometimes she would read it aloud, especially ancient poems which were about love. She would read it with gusto as the words of love. But his sentences were not right, so it seemed a little funny. Others laughed when they heard it, but Sister Hong didn't care. She brought her boss in and out like she was bringing a child to work. Later on, the people in the news agency got used to it. Chapter 52-55. 1 second to memorize. Master Chung would occasionally go out and get injured. Later on, after Sister Hong mentioned it, he cherished his skin and flesh even more, so he rarely got injured. These days, the weather was good. Master Chung had never been so warm. He followed her to work during the day and came back at night to have dinner prepared by the auntie. They ate together, took a walk, and sometimes went shopping. Women liked to buy things, so Master Chung was in charge of carrying things and swiping his credit card. They were actually living like an ordinary married couple, except that they didn't have a marriage certificate. Sister Hong asked, but Master Chung said that they were all men and women, so she didn't ask anymore. In any case, it was fine as long as they were living well. After a long time, Master Chung also got used to this kind of life. Sometimes, when he received a call from Xiao Mao in the middle of the night, he was too lazy to get up. Master Chung thought that it was probably because he was soaked in the land of gentleness. As he laughed at himself, he put on his clothes and went out. Sister Hong waited for the whole night. Until the next day, Master Chung came back. His eyes were red, and so was hers. This kind of life was quiet and beautiful. Sister Hong also seemed to be used to having such a person by her side. She even wanted to be with him forever. She had reason to think so, because when a man gave all his assets to you, it was actually more reliable than a marriage certificate. Life here was like glue, but Su Jian's life over there wasn't good. She lied to Mr. Me and asked Su Mu out for a meal, but she didn't. These few days, Su Jian was like an ant on a hot pan. She was so anxious that she went back to discuss it with Mother Su. Mother Su was suspicious. Haven't you always been at odds with Su Mu? Why are you asking her out for a meal? And you even called Yi Xiangnan. As she said that, Mother Su said unhappily, Other than coming to see your father, Su Mu doesn't care about this mother at all. If I ask her out, she might not come. Su Jian whispered, Well, my father ran away long ago. Mother Su spat her. Don't talk nonsense. Do you want others to hear you? How can I be human in the future? Su Jian smiled sheepishly. Mom, you've already done it. What are you afraid of? You've already done it. Mother Su was so angry that she wanted to hit someone, but Su Jian didn't care and said, Mom, I'm begging you. Help me think of a way. You must have Su Mu and Yi Xiangnan come over for a meal. I know you always have a way. Mother Su saw her expression and knew that this was a serious matter. If it couldn't be done, Jian would probably be done for. She thought about it seriously and then slowly said, How about this? We'll let Xiaoqing go home and say that he's sick. We'll let Su Mu and Yi Xiangnan come over to take a look. Su Mu is so concerned about Xiaoqing, he'll definitely come back. Only she could come up with such an idea. He didn't care about his son or Su Mu at all. Su Jian, however, felt that the idea was too wonderful. Mom, you know big sister too well. This is a great idea. I love you so much. Mother Sue was still quite worried. Well, when that Mr. Me comes over, don't say that he's your man. Just say that he's the boss. I still want to save face here. Su Jian promised again, and both sides agreed. Thus, Su Shaoqing was brought back by Su Jian, but she couldn't ask anything. She only knew that there was a family banquet at home, and they were in full swing. Su Shaoqiang scolded inside. My son is fine. You said that he's sick and lied to Mumu to come back. Are you sick? Do you have a conscience? What evil intentions do you have? Chapter 52-56. Even though he heard them, he kept his phone and his legs were broken, so he couldn't move an inch. He couldn't do anything to them and could only scold them. Su Shaoqing was stunned. Mom, you guys, Mother Sue didn't mind. We just wanted to ask your sister to come back for a meal. What's there to be afraid of? She's putting on airs now. If not for the fact that you're sick, she wouldn't have come back. Now that she's married, she doesn't care about her family anymore. Su Shaoqing didn't say anything and went to help Su Shaoqiang up. Su Shaoqiang's legs were broken, and he didn't have anyone to take care of him. Even though Su Shaoqing knew that he wasn't his biological son, he couldn't bear to see him live like that. He knew that every time his sister came back, his mom would act like that. Once she left, she would act differently. Since his sister was here today, it was time to talk about it. Su Shaoqing was now under Su Mu's care. He was usually at Su Mu's place during the holidays, but he would come back to see Su Shaoqiang. What he saw was more real, so he couldn't bear to do it, even though it would cause trouble for his sister. But he thought to himself, out of the 3 children, only his sister was his biological daughter. Just for this, he had to continue this kinship for his sister. On the other side, Su Mu received the call and was stunned for a moment. She had just spoken to Shaoqing on the phone at noon. How could he be sick? Her mother said that he had been sick for 2 days, and the hospital said that it was serious. She wanted her and Yi Xiangnan to go home to discuss it. It was a trap. After work, she sat in the car and told Yi Xiangnan. Yi Xiangnan slowly fastened his seatbelt and sighed. We still have to go, don't you think? Su Mu wasn't a fool. She lowered her head and said softly, I'm afraid it's Jian's doing. It should be Mr. Me behind it, mainly because he wants to see you. Yi Xiangnan's voice was indifferent. Then let him give up. Also, Shaoqing and your dad can't stay there anymore. That me guy is much more sinister than Chang Zheng. Cheng Zheng still has some principles, but that guy isn't. Your mother and Su Jian are stubborn, and no one could save them. There's no need for your father and Shaoqing to get involved. He thought for a moment. He can't go back to Shaoqing's previous high school. Let's go to my school. It's fully enclosed, absolutely safe. I'll get someone to pick him up during the holidays. Or since he's in the limelight now, he might as well not come back and wait for me to be done for. He ground his white teeth. I didn't want to touch him before, but now that he's plotting against me, I don't want to let him go. Su Mu leaned her head on his shoulder. Yi Xiangnan, do I always bring you trouble? How could that be? He laughed. Did you bring the me guy to be a bad guy? He reached out and touched her head. It's my responsibility as a man to let you live a better life. Oh, she said. She felt like she was being pampered. Before Yi Xiangnan started the car, he suddenly asked, Su Mu, do you like me a little bit now? Ah, she said in a low voice. More than a little bit more. He laughed. Really? Su Mu didn't want to talk anymore. She turned her face to the side and looked out of the window. Her face was very hot. Yi Xiannan's low chuckle rang out beside her ear, causing her face to heat up even more. When we get home, Mrs. Yi will confess again, and he said deliberately. Chapter 52-57. Su Mu looked at him, and there was a touch of speechlessness in her eyes. I'm talking to you about something serious. He smiled. I'm talking to you about something serious, too. After that, he didn't make things difficult for her anymore, but focused on driving. When they arrived at the Su family, sure enough, everything was fine. Su Mu's mother was especially enthusiastic, so enthusiastic that Su Mu felt a little cold. She really didn't have any feelings for Su Jian's mother and Su Jian. What she did today gave her a new understanding. Mother Su made a table full of dishes and asked everyone to sit down. Su Mu looked at Yi Xiangnan. Let's eat. Yi Xiangnan smiled and didn't mind. He sat next to Su Mu. At this time, Su Jian came out of the room. She was wearing a cool bathrobe, and she didn't avoid it. She wanted to sit next to Yi Xiangnan, but was stopped by Su Mu. She said very directly, "Jian, it's not appropriate for you to wear this and sit next to your brother-in-law." Su Jian also relied on her youth and beauty. She flipped her hair. Sister, brother-in-law doesn't care. Why you care so much?" Then she looked at Yi Xiangnan. "Brother-in-law." Yi Xiangnan's tone was indifferent. "I'm sorry, I care. If you must wear this to eat, sit a little further away from me. I have a family." Su Jian still wanted to act coquettishly, but Yi Xiangnan's face was a little gloomy. She didn't dare to offend him, so she obediently changed into normal clothes. Mother Su wasn't happy. "We're all family. What's wrong with wearing pajamas? It's in your way, Su Mu. No matter how much you don't like Jian, you can't target her like this." Su Mu was especially angry. This wasn't like what a mother would say. Was this how Su Jian was led astray? Just as she was about to speak, Yi Xiangnan stopped her and said, "I personally don't mind. How about this? I'll invite Madame Su and Su Jian to wear those pajamas and have a meal together. After all, we're a family, right?" He wanted to see if Mother Su would still be so shameless. Now, he was glad that Su Mu didn't grow up crooked in this family. He really couldn't agree with Mother Su's values. As soon as Yi Xiangnan finished speaking, Mama Su's face darkened. She couldn't continue the conversation. Happy to let her do this. Not only Xiaoqing and Yi Xiangnan were here, but Mr. Mi was also here. She didn't want an old man like that. Mama Su panicked. Su Jian came out, and Mr. Mi came too. At first glance, Mother Su couldn't praise her no matter how hard she tried. Looking at the handsome and noble CEO Yi, and then looking at Mr. Mi, who was over 50 years old with half of his hair missing. Jian's appearance was already so bad, but she was still a concubine. Mother Su instantly pinched her mouth. She opened her mouth again and again, and then squeezed out a sentence. "This is Mr. Mi. Let's have a meal together." So many polite words, but she couldn't say a single word. Su Jian also felt that her mother was shameful, but she didn't feel that she was shameful. She held Mr. Mi's arm and introduced, "Brother-in-law, this is Mr. Mi." Mr. Mi smiled. "CEO Yi, I've heard a lot about you. After we meet today, we will be relatives." Yi Xiangnan smiled, holding a cup and playing with it. "I don't know what kind of relatives Mr. Mi is talking about. You took Su Jian as your goddaughter? Isn't that a generation older than me for no reason?" Mr. Mi sat down calmly and smiled. "How dare I be a generation older than CEO Yi? Jian and I are also in love with each other. She's my girlfriend." Chapter 52-58. Yi Xiannan smiled again. "Doesn't Mr. Mi have a wife? Why does he have a girlfriend? This is not legal. It's a monogamous system now. Can Mr. Mi change the law?" Yi Xiannan smiled again. These words were clearly meant to knock him down. How could Mr. Mi not understand? He didn't get angry. Instead, he said with a playful smile, "CEO Yi, you know the most about this. There's still a favor outside the law. Don't you think so, CEO Yi?" Yi Xiannan hugged his wife. "I feel that after marriage, it's time to settle down. Husband and wife must be loyal to each other." Mr. Mi smiled. "CEO Yi is a man of passion. Unfortunately, I made a mistake. I'll drink 3 cups as punishment." As he said that, he drank 3 cups of white wine in one go. He was generous. After drinking, he said to himself, "It's already like this. What else can I do? Jian can only follow me." Su Jian wasn't afraid of being embarrassed. Secondly, she had to cooperate with Mr. Mi. She shyly said that Mr. Mi was bad and bad. Su Mu wanted to vomit. She looked at Su Jian's mother. Su Jian's mother's face was also green. She was strong all her life. She didn't like her eldest daughter. She felt that she was like Su Xiaoqiang. She had always loved Su Jian. However, the scene in front of her made her feel embarrassed. Jian was now someone else's plaything. Su Mu was obviously held in the palm of Yi Xiangnan's hand. Such a comparison made Su Jian's mother feel uncomfortable. She didn't dare to lose her temper. She didn't dare to stop Mr. Mi. That was a black door. He could raid her house in minutes like Master Chung. Su Jian's mother was unhappy. She didn't speak much. She just blabbered on with a black face. At this time, Mr. Mi came to the point. I just don't know if CEO Yi can make an exception for this kind of illegal thing. If you can, I will definitely thank you. There was a hidden meaning in his words. Even a fool could understand it clearly. Su Jian also looked at her brother-in-law. She hoped that he could agree immediately. At this time, she had a different thought in her mind. It turned out that Mr. Mi and Master Chung had to ask her brother-in-law to do things for them. Was her brother-in-law's family really very prominent? In the past, when she was with Master Chung, she didn't feel anything. But now, compared to Mr. Mi, her brother-in-law was really good-looking. Su Jian's face reddened suspiciously, and her heartbeat quickened. She wished she could change into the clothes she had worn earlier so that she could be more seductive. However, she was thinking too much. What kind of woman had Yi Xiangnan not seen before? Would he want a slut with so many hands? At this moment, when he heard Mr. Mi's words, he lowered his eyes and chuckled. Mr. Mi's words are too polite. You and Jian have an illegal relationship. You just have to go home and divorce your wife, then get a certificate, and it will be legal. Mr. Mi actually forgot such a simple thing. Mr. Mi's old face froze. He didn't expect Yi Xiangnan to talk about the relationship between a man and a woman. He chuckled. CEO Ye's words are really watertight. You're too conservative. It's better to be conservative. It's safer, isn't it, Mr. Mi? Yi Xiangnan smiled, and then put the wine glass in his hand on the table. It seems that I can't eat this meal anymore. He stood up. Mumu, let's go home. Sumu followed him and stood up. At this time, Mr. Mi's face was very ugly. CEO Yi, you refuse a toast only to drink a forfeit. Yi Xiangnan suddenly sneered. You? He took a step forward. In B City, no one dares to talk to me like this. Mr. Mi, you probably don't know who you are. How dare you threaten me? Chapter 52-59. Memorize. Mr. Mi said coldly. Su Jian is in my hands. Do whatever you want to her. It has nothing to do with me. Also, if you dare touch a single hair on my wife and my child, I will destroy your entire family, and you as well. Not a single hair will be left. Yi Xiannan's eyes flashed with a cold light. He did not need to worry when he was fighting with Cheng Zheng. Su Mu was Cheng Zheng's benefactor. Cheng Zheng would not stoop to attacking women and children. However, this Mr. Mi was different. He was vicious. How stupid was this woman, Su Jian, to provoke such a person? Mr. Mi was furious, but it wasn't convenient for him to fall out with Yi Xiangnan. If he stayed any longer, he would only be asking for humiliation. Thus, he decided to leave first. Su Jian was scared to death. She bit her lips and said, Brother-in-law, you will kill me if you do this. Is that so? Yi Xiangnan said bluntly. I told you to climb over to him? You're the one who's cheap and you're blaming others. He was really sharp-tongued. Sumu couldn't listen to him anymore. However, Yi Xiangnan had no intention of restraining himself. He looked at Su Qingsang's mother, who was about to speak. Do you still think that Sumu harmed you? In fact, it was you who harmed her. I really don't know how you have the guts to make this call. Is there something wrong with your brains? Why don't you stay in the hospital and call Sumu? He's perfectly fine now, but you're cursing a teenager just because of your good-for-nothing daughter? Wang Yuanka, I'm taking Su Xiaoqiang and Xiaoqing with me. You don't have to worry about their lives in the future. Also, I won't care about you and your daughter. That's all I have to say. After Yi Xiangnan finished speaking, someone came over and carried Su Xiaoqiang away to the relevant sanatorium for treatment. When the wheelchair was pushed out, Su Xiaoqiang's condition was really not good. Originally, it was only his leg that was broken, but from the looks of it, his spirit was not good either. Sumu was quite sad to see this. Go and see him one day. Don't worry, it's a military hospital with the best care. No one will dare to disturb him. Yi Xiangnan looked at Su Xiaoqing's mother. Su Jian has to quit, or the result will not be as good as Su Xiaoqiang. Think about it. After speaking, he took Su Mu and Su Xiaoqing away. Mama Su's lips moved. She wanted to say something, but she couldn't. Su she wanted to say something. Su Jian's words with your sister. After they left, she whispered to her little daughter, Jian, what your brother-in-law said actually makes a lot of sense. That Mr. Me doesn't seem to be easy to deal with. Why don't you quit and beg your sister? Your sister is soft-hearted and will protect us. Mr. Me doesn't seem to be easy to deal with. Why don't you quit and beg your sister? Your sister is soft-hearted and will protect us. Su Jian was actually afraid, but just thinking about the pain of quitting made her retreat. She squeezed out a smile and said, Mom, how is Mr. Me scary? He is very respectful to you. He even brought a ginseng for you to nourish your body. Look, brother-in-law didn't even bring a cabbage. He even took Dad and Xiaoqing away. Who do you think is good to our family? If it was in the past, Su's mother would have been convinced by her fallacious reasoning. Anyway, it was Jian who was right and Su Mu who was wrong. But after being seen by Su's mother today, she could no longer look Jian in the eye. Su's mother hesitated for a moment and seemed to have made up her mind. Jian, leave Mr. Me, Su Jian screamed. Mom, you've been poisoned by Su Mu. How can you believe her words? Your brother-in-law is a big shot. You know about his family. I believe what he says. Jian, listen to me. It's embarrassing for you to be a mistress. But if you continue to follow Mr. Me like this, I'm afraid that our family will be ruined. Su Qingsong's mother finally regained her composure. Chapter 5260. Memorize. Su Jian smiled awkwardly. Mom, you missed me. How could that be? She went on. Mr. Mead loves me very much. If it weren't for the fact that big sister and brother-in-law refused to help, we would be fine now. We didn't do anything wrong. It was big sister's fault. Haven't you always said this since we were young? She's wrong. Even if she's right, she's wrong. Mother Su stared at her for a long time before suddenly saying, Perhaps Yi is right. I've led you astray, unable to tell right from wrong. Although Su Jian's mother was a mess when it came to men and women and was heartless towards Su Xiaoqiang, the thing that Su Jian smoked made her tremble in fear, not to mention participating in it. If she had known this earlier, she wouldn't have dared to call Su Mu back. She was now regretting and afraid that she would be killed by Su Jian. Mother Su calmed down. Jian, let Mom bring you away. Leave this place and think of a way to quit. Let's start a new life. Don't you have a lot of jewelry and money in your hands? It's enough for you to live your life. Why do you have to serve an old man? Su Jian stared at her for a long time before saying, Mom, I'm not leaving. She didn't want to leave. Why would she leave? Brother-in-law didn't agree today because eldest sister was here. She didn't believe that if eldest sister wasn't here, brother-in-law would be captivated by her. She was much younger and prettier than Su Mu. When she said that, Mama Su was stunned. Your brother-in-law doesn't like you. Su Yin said coquettishly, I have to work hard. Big sister is here. Brother-in-law can't look like he's going to cheat. Mom, don't worry. I've dealt with brother-in-law. Everything is settled. Annie Su gulped. She knew that it was impossible for Su Jian to get her way. She was also a woman. Today, the disgust in Yi Xiaonan's eyes was clear. She did not know why Su Jian was so confident and where did this confidence come from. She really hadn't taught her these things. As Annie Su listened, she felt like crying. This child was completely crooked. He was finished. She couldn't persuade him, so she went back to her room and cried silently. When she calmed down, she packed up and prepared to run. She had to go. If she stayed, she would die with Su Jian. She had tried to persuade him, but he didn't budge, so he shouldn't blame her for being cruel. Su Qingsong's mother actually ran away overnight. She bought a plane ticket to a small town in the south and disappeared without a trace. She took away the tens of millions of dollars that her two daughters had given her, which was enough for her to live on. Su Jian found out that her mother had left at 10 o'clock at night because the room was turned upside down and the floor was covered with clothes. She was stunned for a moment before she realized that her mother had run away and didn't want her anymore. Su Jian stomped her feet. You're so scared of such a small matter. In her heart, she still felt that she could take down Yi Xiaonan, so she was not afraid and even called Mr. Me. Mr. Me's voice was very cold. He said that he would give her 3 days. Su Jian was still delicate, and Mr. Me hung up the phone directly. Su Jian hummed softly. take down Yi Xiangnan. Who would want to follow an old man like you? I don't have anything I want. But she didn't know that this was her last beautiful dream. It had to be said that Auntie Sue's premonition was right. Late at night, in the car, Yi Xiangnan asked someone to take Su Xiaoqiang away, and he drove Su Xiaoqing alone to the school he used to study at. After driving for 4 hours, they finally arrived. Everyone hadn't eaten, and in the end, they used some special privileges to open a special kitchen in the canteen. Chapter 5261. 1 second to remember. Su Mu sat quietly, listening to Yi Xiangnan and Xiaoqing talk about school. She couldn't help but think of the time when she and Xiaoqing went back. At that time, Yi Xiangnan was very impatient and fierce to her. But now, it was clearly her problem, and he had taken all of it and made the best arrangements. It would be much, much better than her handling it. She tilted her head and looked at him with a gentleness in her eyes that he could understand. Under the table, Yi Xiangnan held her hand, but on the surface, he was talking to Xiaoqing. If it wasn't for her, she would never have known that he was holding her hand like this under the table. Until an instructor took Xiaoqing away, Su Mu told him to study hard, and that it was very safe here. Su Xiaoqing was in a daze for a moment, then said softly, "Second sister." Su Mu smiled faintly and didn't say anything. She wasn't a saint. Su Jian really couldn't be saved from the inside out. Even if you forced her to such a place, she would still smoke that kind of cigarette when she came out. And tonight, she had broadened her horizons. Su Mu wasn't stupid enough to let a wolf into the house and mess up her life for Su Jian. Su Xiaoqing nodded. I understand. Everyone was helpless against Su Jian because she didn't want to save herself. She didn't even know what she did wrong. Su Mu left with Yi Xiangnan. When she got in the car, she suddenly asked, "Are you tired? I'll drive for 2 hours. You sleep for a while." He looked at her and smiled. Okay. However, he still sat in the passenger seat and didn't sleep. He just leaned against the seat and talked to Su Mu. He took over after Su Mu drove for an hour. When they returned to the villa, it was already 3 in the morning. It was really late, and the two of them were very tired. After taking a shower, they laid down together. The next morning, Su Mu didn't wake up. She was probably too tired. Yi Xiangnan thought about it and decided not to wake her up. He ate breakfast and went to the company. After finishing a few important business matters, Secretary Li knocked on the door and came in. The expression on his face was a little complicated. What's wrong? Yi Xiangnan held the phone in his hand, wondering if he should call Su Mu. At this time, she should have woken up. There was no one at home, so he didn't know if she would eat lunch. At this time, CEO Yi treated Su Mu as a child. Thinking about it, Su Mu lived alone with the Cymbidium chinense for several years. But it was different now. He was willing to spoil her. While he was thinking, Secretary Li whispered, "It's Miss Su Jian. She wants to see CEO Yi." Her? Yi Xiangnan snorted coldly. Just say that I'm not here. That person is quite good at doing things. CEO Yi should see her. Otherwise, if he comes every day, it won't be good for Su Mu. Secretary Li said. Yi Xiangnan thought about it. Su Mu wasn't here. In front of Su Mu, some things couldn't be too overboard. Now was the right time, so he gave a few instructions in a low voice. Secretary Li looked at him and went out with a smile. In less than 5 minutes, Su Jian came and was stunned as soon as she came in. Such a big office. She thought that the outside was already very grand. She didn't expect this office to be really luxurious. It was so big that she could run. Su Jian smiled charmingly. Brother-in-law, your place is so big. Don't call me brother-in-law. Yi Xiangnan sat behind the desk and said lightly. Su Jian was stunned for a moment, then smiled gently. If not brother-in-law, what should I call you? Chapter 5262. 1 second to remember. Yi Xiangnan's voice became colder. If you want to make trouble, get out. He raised his eyes and signaled Secretary Li at the door. Very quickly, for security guard stepped forward and pinned Su Jian down. Then they stuffed her into the elevator and threw her into the ring that place. Yi Xiangnan didn't let anyone look after her because it wasn't necessary. She couldn't blame anyone for seeking death. As he thought, Su Jian had always been capricious. A dog couldn't stop eating that kind of thing. After staying for a day, she cried for her parents and ran away when the nurse wasn't paying attention. Su Jian had nowhere to go. Naturally, she went to Mr. Mi. She didn't do her job well and even seduced Yi Xiaonan. Mr. Mi didn't let her go. Besides, she had no value to be used anymore. Su Jian's ending was quite tragic. Mr. Mi didn't dare to touch Su Mu or Cymbidium chinets. However, Su Jian had no one to protect her. She became a punching bag. He didn't want her to die, but his wife didn't like her and took her away. When she was sent back, she was no longer alive. In Mr. Mi's place, it was nothing to lose a person. He just needed to find someone to deal with it. Sumu got the news a few days later. It was Sister Hong who told her. "This little girl is so ugly. No one cares about her," Sister Hong said while smoking. "It's Cheng Zhang's fault." Sumu shook her head. Yi Xiaonan sent her to the office before. She ran away. She didn't want the last chance. To be honest, it wasn't that she was cold-blooded. She really couldn't describe her feelings for Su Jian. She courted death herself, and no one could do anything about it. However, she didn't expect her mother to run away just like that. She didn't want Su Jian. "What's your next plan?" Sister Hong asked softly. "The house. Just leave it. It's not a good place for others to live in." Sumu whispered, "Sister Hong, Jian was a beautiful little girl when she was young. If my mother didn't spoil her so much, she wouldn't be like this." For the sake of her own vanity, she had no bottom line at all. Naive, childish, and pitiful. Sister Hong patted her on the shoulder and said, "Don't think too much about it. She chose this path herself." Cheng Zheng pointed it out to her last time and told her that she could only quit. After Sister Hong went back, she fell out with Master Cheng again. The moment she went back, she took out a bag and hit him. The button of the bag slipped on his face, causing him to bleed. Godfather Cheng was furious. "What's wrong with you again? You don't want to live your good life anymore, do you?" The two of them had fiery tempers. They were especially good when they were in a good mood, but they were also fierce when they quarreled. As soon as they quarreled, this woman wanted to hit him. Master Cheng obediently took the beating, not daring to retaliate. He only dared to curse a few times, and then this woman hit him again. She was extremely fierce. Master Cheng felt wronged. Sometimes he would hide for 2 days and live like a grandson. However, the sweetness of love. In less than 2 days, when he missed his woman, she would thicken her skin and come back. She would act coquettishly to please him, and they would reconcile. At this moment, when Sister Hong hit him, he was also a little angry. "How did I offend you again? I've already forgotten about Su Jian's matter. If you want to look for someone, go look for me. You dare to hit him like this? Aren't you just relying on me, letting you have your way?" Sister Hong hit him a few more times. She was not satisfied and scolded while panting. "It's all because of you bunch of scum. How many women have you harmed?" When Godfather Cheng saw that this was over, he hugged her from behind and rested his chin on her shoulder. "I'm a scum. Why did you fall for scum?" Sister Hong glanced at him. "Yeah, I'm blind." Chapter 5263. Updated quickly. Master Cheng said shamelessly, "I think you have good taste, very good." He was like a big dog, acting cute and acting like a spoiled child. Who could stand this? Sister Hong really couldn't do anything about him. She snorted and glanced at him. "Cheng Zheng, don't you have any shame? You're a man with so many brothers. What are you doing here all day? Following me to work and out, I find embarrassing." Especially when she went to socialize. Master Cheng was like a loyal dog squatting at the door of the private room. Not to mention taking advantage of her, those advertising fathers didn't even dare to give her a sip of alcohol. Who dared to force Master Cheng's woman to drink? If they really did that, they probably wouldn't be able to get out of this room. Sister Hong shook her head gently. Thinking about that man's shameless behavior, she turned her head. "Let's not talk about this anymore. You have to do it well. It's not for your peace of mind. Just treat it as it's for Sumu." Only Master Cheng was the most suitable person to do this. Su Jian really deserved it. Not only did she have bad morals, but she also wanted to harm others. Even her own mother didn't want her in the end. Seeing that this matter was over, Master Chung was overjoyed. "All right, wife. I promise I'll do it well." Sister Hong glanced at him and didn't refuse anything else. At night, she turned her head and asked softly, "I heard from Su Mu that Su Shaoqing was sent to military academy, and Uncle Su was also sent to a safe place. Chung Zheng, I think Yi Xiangnan is going to deal with me." Master Chung was a little tired. Hearing Sister Hong's words, he turned over and said, "Isn't it good? We can sit on the mountain and watch the tigers fight." Sister Hong slapped his arm. "Watch my ass. Sumu is not only my good sister, but also your benefactor. She fed you like a dog for several years. How can you forget her just because you say so?" Master Chung was a little angry after being hit by her. He suddenly sat up and said, "Well, you woman, tell me what you want to do. Let me rush in front. If something happens to me, you won't have a man." Sister Hong knew that he was angry, and he was also angry. His business was ruined, and now the money was in her hands. Of course, it was uncomfortable to be controlled everywhere. Sister Hong's voice softened a little. "How could I bear to let you charge at the front? It would be good for you to help out from the side. For example, let a few brothers protect Su Mu. Also, make it clear where you stand." Master Chung muttered softly, "I won't do it. I'll be laughed at by my brothers in the underworld." "Great reporter Liu, have you heard of the story of the official and the bandit families?" Sister Hong looked at him. "Then why did you eat his food back then?" Master Chung straightened his neck. "How would I know that she was going to marry Yi Xiangnan? Otherwise, I wouldn't eat anymore. I'd rather starve to death so that I wouldn't be put in a spot by a woman like you today. What's wrong with me? There are so many women out there waiting for me. Go." Sister Hong went down and turned on the lights. "Chung Zheng, if you don't go today, you're not a man." She was furious. This bastard would say that there were a bunch of women waiting for him every time they quarreled. Since that was the case, what was he still doing here? She felt that she was already very considerate of him. She, Lu Hong, could not be like those women who fawned on him without any bottom line, right? If that was the case, she would look down on herself. Sister Hong bit her lower lip and gently turned her face away, unwilling to look at him. Chapter 52-64. Master Chung was so angry that he wanted to leave with his clothes. However, she stood at the side and didn't make a sound, but her eyes were red. After a while, tears fell from the corner of her eyes. Master Chung was stunned. Master Chung panicked. After a long time, he said embarrassedly, "Why are you crying when we were talking? I didn't bully you." Sister Hong lowered her eyes and chuckled. "Let's go. I won't keep you here, and I won't keep you in the future. Go find your sweet girl. I can't afford to serve you." Master Chung immediately stepped forward and clumsily helped her wipe her tears. However, he didn't know that women couldn't be spoiled. The more she wiped, the more tears flowed. Master Chung grinned. "It's said that women are made of water. It's true. Come on, I'll wipe it for you." "Don't cry." Sister Hong turned her head. "Don't give me that. I won't fall for it." Master Chung said coquettishly, "What do you mean by I'm not? You're my darling sweetheart now. You're my baby." Sister Hong was really annoyed. She frowned. "Are you crazy?" Master Chung saw that she wasn't crying anymore. She still had a fierce look on her face, which was surprisingly good-looking. Suddenly, he said, "Didn't you say that you wanted me to help you? Sure, beg me." As he said that, he stepped forward and made a move. Sister Hong scolded, "Chung Zheng, you bastard, let go of me. You're so shameless. Get lost. Didn't you want to find your women? Go." Chung Zheng. Master Cheng's heart was full of tenderness. The woman who was hugging him said in a low voice, "I won't find them anymore. I won't find them anymore. I'll only stay here with you. All right, you're a few years older than me. You really think of yourself as a baby. I can't say it out loud." As he spoke, he was really gentle. Although Master Chung was a little rough and uncultured, he would sometimes say some coquettish words. He was good-looking and manly. To be honest, if he really put down his status to coax a woman, it would be quite lethal. At least, Sister Hong liked it. Sister Hong struggled for a while and continued to curse in a low voice, but did not hinder him. The next day, Master Chung, refreshed, called Xiao Mao over and straightforwardly told him to do a few things. He also said, "If you do it well, your Hong Jie will reward you, a big reward." After saying this, Master Chung was a little short of breath. In the past, he could have just waved his hand and the money would have been gone. But now he was really miserable. He did not have much money in his hands. Not only was he short of breath, but he also had to look at other people's faces. Xiao Mao, on the other hand, was used to Sister Hong being in charge, so he happily agreed. Sister Hong, who was in the bedroom, heard their conversation and walked out. She told Xiao Mao repeatedly that after this matter was over, the brothers would all benefit. Sister Hong's words naturally meant what she said. Moreover, with Sister Hong around, Master Cheng's temper was much better. Sister Hong's heart ached for them, so she didn't let Master Cheng beat them up. The brothers were sincerely convinced by her. After Sister Hong was done with her instructions, she went to wash up and get ready. After she went to the washroom, Xiao Mao looked at Master Cheng. There were a few obvious scratch marks on Master Cheng's neck. With one look, he knew that he had gotten into a fight again. He quite sympathized with Master Cheng. In the past, Master Cheng was so ruthless when he hit Sister Hong. He would not show any mercy at all. Now, he was still merciless, but it was Sister Hong who was merciless. Every day, Master Cheng went to see his brothers with such injuries. He had no eyes to look at, but Master Cheng did not care. He said it was to let the tigress at home. Chapter 52-65. When Sister Hong came out, Master Cheng had already left with Xiao Mao. Sister Hong changed her clothes, went downstairs, sat in the car, put on her sunglasses, and slowly drove away. She knew that B-City was going to be tense, so she didn't walk around casually. Other than going to and from work, she didn't go out to socialize. After work, she went straight home. She also knew that her man had sent people to protect her. It would be a lie to say that she wasn't touched at all. But Sister Hong was also a bit stubborn, so she didn't ask. The situation was getting more and more tense, mainly between Yi Xiangnan and Mr. Mi. Of course, it wasn't open. After all, on the surface, Yi Xiangnan was the CEO of Stars Entertainment, just a businessman. However, he represented the One clan. Mr. Mi couldn't be offended. After a round of looting, Mr. Mi's vitality was greatly damaged. His business couldn't be done, and he also ran away to Xiangxiang, but he didn't take his wife with him. When everything was settled, B-City returned to peace. Master Chung was happy to find that his club's business was good. Originally, Mr. Mi's plate had fallen, but he suddenly got a bargain. Master Chung was very happy, so he specially went to pick up Sister Hong from work. Sister Hong was discussing something with Zhang Fucai. When Master Chung came over, his face suddenly darkened, and he looked a little unnatural. Sister Hong was very speechless. He was such a big man, but his face always darkened, and he was easily jealous. She said to Zhang Fucai, "Let's stop here. We'll talk about it tomorrow." Zhang Fucai also didn't want to stand there and be a third wheel. He was also quite afraid of Master Chung, because Master Cheng's fist was really hard. When Editor-in-Chief Zhang left, he was a little embarrassed, and his speed was very fast. Master Chung was very satisfied watching it, and he closed the door. "He's so afraid of me?" Sister Hong said mockingly, "Yes, Master Chung, you're very cool." Master Chung smiled, revealing a mouth of snow-white teeth. It was quite good-looking and quite manly. Sister Hong stared at him for a while, and then packed up her things. "Look at you. It seems that you have activities tonight. I want to exercise. Do you want to accompany me?" Master Chung smiled wickedly. Sister Hong brought a notebook. "I have to work overtime tonight. Let's go eat hot pot first." Master Chung readily agreed and brought her downstairs. He asked the chauffeur to drive his car away while he sat in Sister Hong's car. He sat beside her with a flattering smile. "This car is not bad, right? Over 10 million yuan. This woman was living like a noble lady." Sister Hong tilted her head and said, "It's pretty good. The driving experience is great." Master Cheng's eyes widened. "Lu Hong, are you driving?" "I'm driving." She smiled in a flirtatious manner. Master Chung was even more speechless as he stared at her. After a while, he said, "Women should be more gentle. Would you marry a gentler one?" Sister Hong asked casually. Master Chung was a little surprised and turned to look at her. Sister Hong smiled. "I was just joking." He drove with one hand and lit a cigarette with the other. After taking a puff, he coughed lightly. He coughed so hard that a layer of mist appeared in his eyes. "This smoke is choking," she thought. Master Chung snatched the cigarette from her hand and snuffed it out. "Why do women smoke? Their teeth are going to turn yellow." Sister Hong drove quietly. There was a traffic jam in front of her, so she stopped the car. She tilted her head and looked at Master Chung. "I'm not going to get married. It doesn't matter." Master Chung felt something was wrong when he heard her words. He touched his head and said, "You really want to get married? You're already in your 30s. Who do you want to marry? Why don't you hang around with me? Wear good clothes, eat good food, live in the best house, and drive the best car. How great would that be?" Sister Hong smiled. "Then I still don't have a home." Master Chung was a little confused. What did this woman mean? She wanted to marry him? Master Chung cautiously said, "Lu Hong, we're all old men and women, not young girls. It feels good to be together. After a man and a woman get married, it's not like this, don't you think?" Lu Hong was still quiet. "I'm not going to marry you." Master Chung asked even more carefully, "Then who are you going to marry?" Chapter 5266. Sister Hong smiled. "Let's wait and see. We'll get married if we meet someone suitable." "What's wrong? Are you not planning to get married for the rest of your life?" "Cheng Zheng, I thought you really wanted a child." Master Chung scratched his head. "I didn't think about it much. But if we get married, we have to have a child. Otherwise, why would we get married?" Sister Hong tightened her grip on the steering wheel and smiled nonchalantly. "That's right. Why would we get married if we don't have a child?" Cheng Zheng wasn't a liar. She was straightforward and said whatever she had in mind. However, her heart was still a little empty. She didn't know how long they could maintain such a relationship. If a man and a woman were just doing it for fun, it would probably last a year or two. The man would leave without any reluctance, but the woman was different. Perhaps she had taken it too seriously. Cheng Zheng didn't take it seriously. He had never thought about getting married at all. He just felt that they could be together for as long as they were happy. She knew that he wasn't sincere at all. Perhaps she wanted too much. Now, she was like those women around Cheng Zheng. She started to have demands, and her demands were more than those women. Those women wanted Cheng Zheng's money and body, but she still wanted marriage and his loyalty. She hated herself for being like this. Sister Hong felt that it was rather boring. She didn't have the face to make things clear, and she wasn't willing to lower her stance. The car arrived at the hot pot restaurant. The meal wasn't enjoyable either. Master Cheng's heart felt like it was being scratched by ants. He knew what she was thinking and coughed lightly. "We are getting along quite well now. It's not like we are lacking a certificate. I'm not forcing you to get married, don't worry." Sister Hong was a little angry and lowered her voice. "Also, if you get tired of it and want to find a younger one, I will give you all the money you left with me." Master Cheng's eyes turned red as he stared at her. "I was just casually saying a few words. Why are you so serious? Did I say that I want the money? It's yours if I give it to you. I'm not your wife. Why would I want the money?" Sister Hong's tone wasn't too good. She stood up. She didn't know what was wrong with herself. She just felt a little wronged. He treated her extremely well, but this bastard had never thought of marrying her, not even once. He even said that marriage was for the sake of having children. But she had almost no chance of being a mother. After that miscarriage, the doctor said she might not get pregnant again. Cheng Zheng knew it. Sister Hong got into the car and ignored him. She slammed the door and drove away. Master Cheng followed the car for a few steps before cursing. "Fuck! This woman really doesn't put me in her eyes. Isn't it just a piece of paper?" He couldn't bring himself to say the word give. For a man like him who lived on the edge of a knife, there was no such thing as true love. Wasn't it just a matter of being with a woman? The only thing was that Su Shu had moved his heart to marry her. She was also his benefactor. That kind of pure feeling was different from Lu Hong. When he saw Lu Hong, he thought of the son. Master Chung didn't even have enough to eat. He was so angry that he called Xiao Mao to pick him up. Xiao Mao arrived very quickly. When he saw Master Chung in the wind, he was so scared that he gulped. Master Chung, what's wrong with you? Who dares to leave you here? Master Chung got into the car and snorted coldly. Other than your sister-in-law, who else could it be? I don't know why she's messing with me today. It's obvious that she wants to get married. How can she not think about marriage? It's not like it's a game. You can't live without a certificate. You could just sell the shares and leave. How cool is that? Why do you have to get a certificate? How many people in the underworld want to get married? Hearing this, Xiao Mao was scared witless. He stammered, but Master Chung, all women want to get married. Master Chung asked, is Lu Hong a woman? Xiao Mao didn't say anything. If she wasn't a woman, would Master Chung like her so much that he would go every night? Master Chung paused for a moment before saying, it's just a certificate. Why bother? Who doesn't call her sister-in-law now? Sister-in-law isn't a person in the underworld. Xiao Mao said the main point. Master Chung, you can't use the rules of the underworld to measure sister-in-law. Women always want a family. That way they can feel safe. Xiao Mao's book was not for nothing. Master Chung didn't say anything and fell in a deep thought. When the car arrived at Sister Hong's house, Xiao Mao said softly, Master Chung, don't quarrel when you go back. Just coax her a little. Sister-in-law, I think she loves you. Master Chung looked at Xiao Mao and said after a while, I was just fooling around with her. Did she really do it? If Xiao Mao was a woman, he would also want to slap Master Chung to death. This was too disrespectful to women. Xiao Mao coughed lightly. Master Chung, don't you like sister-in-law very much? Master Chung said in a rough voice. How do I know if I can always like her? If I don't like her in the future, can I divorce her? She's like a sticky candy that I can't get rid of. Xiao Mao felt that something was wrong halfway through. He slowly turned his head and saw Sister Hong outside the car. The car window was open. Master Cheng's voice was really loud. Xiao Mao was scared to death. He stammered, Sister-in-law. Master Chung was just joking. When Master Chung heard that, he immediately turned his head and looked at Sister Hong's face. Sister Hong wasn't angry. She just smiled. It's quite good. It's quite real. Are you afraid that you can't get rid of me? Then I'll get rid of you right now. She was furious. Originally, she thought that it was her fault just now and wanted to pick him up. She didn't expect to hear his conversation with Xiao Mao the moment she arrived. So this was what he was thinking. Not only did he not think about getting married, but he was also thinking about what if she stuck to him and couldn't get rid of him. It was really quite good. Sister Hong lowered her eyes and laughed at herself. Her voice was slightly hoarse. Chung Zheng, I won't force you to get married. She didn't know what she wanted to say after that. She wanted to fall out with him, but when she saw his expression like a child who had done something wrong, she couldn't say it. In the end, she stood in the wind. She was very cold, but her heart was even colder. She didn't know what to say, nor did she know what she was thinking. In short, she felt very wronged. She did seem to take it seriously, but he didn't. Sister Hong really didn't say that they wanted to break up. Master Chung got out of the car and hugged her. Perhaps to make it up to her, he was especially gentle tonight. However, Sister Hong didn't pay much attention to him. Master Chung coaxed her, but as he coaxed her, he realized that he wasn't prepared to be with her forever. It seemed like it wasn't a good thing to spoil her too much. As the days passed, their relationship became more distant. Master Chung used to stick to her every day and spend the night here every night. He really didn't have any other women. After that, he came every other day and treated her quite well, just like before. Chapter 5267. After that, he came every other day and treated her just as well as before. When he didn't come, he would sleep in the clubhouse. Sometimes he would listen to the young ladies sing, and when he was in the mood, he would hug the young lady and tease her. At that time, he also thought about Sister Hong and felt a little guilty. There were many women who had fallen in love with him before, but he never took them seriously. He trampled on their sincerity and fed them to the dogs. However, he knew that Sister Hong had cried the entire night. He was a little helpless. They had agreed to stay together if they worked together, and separate if they didn't. He didn't say anything about marriage, so he didn't do anything wrong. Sister Hong had heard about him having a woman, but she didn't ask about it. It wasn't like her to be so quiet. Master Chung waited for her to get angry, and even waited for her to kick him out. He waited for a long time, but she didn't take the initiative to mention it. So, he felt that this relationship should end. He quite liked her, and there was no woman he was as infatuated with as Lu Hong. But he was Master Chung. He worked from 9 to 5 every day, and being with her every day was his limit. If he had never thought about being tied to her for the rest of his life, he might as well let her go early. She wanted to get married, and now that she had money, she should find a decent man to marry. After Master Chung spent the last night here, he got up to smoke and said faintly, "Lu Hong, find a man to marry. Find a good man, a cultured man, someone you can talk to, someone who can protect his body, unlike a bastard like me. Actually, I don't deserve your love." Sister Hong listened quietly. She wanted to smoke a cigarette, but then she put it down. She wrapped herself in the blanket and said softly, "Chung Zheng, I haven't smoked for a long time. It's hard to quit, but I think I can." Master Chung turned around and smiled, revealing a set of beautiful white teeth. His whole body was full of manliness. But she knew that he wasn't alone now. After tonight, he would be leaving. He wanted her to find a man to marry. His meaning couldn't be clearer. Sister Hong went to take a shower. When she came back, there was a folder in her hands. "This is the money you gave me, as well as the property. Take it. I don't need it. Well, I have now. It's not difficult to find a decent man. Besides, I don't have any use for this money." Master Chung didn't want it, but Sister Hong insisted. After that, she stood in front of the floor-to-ceiling window in the bedroom and looked at the night view outside. Faintly, she said, "Chung Zheng, go." Master Chung came over and wanted to hug her again. Sister Hong stepped aside and slapped him across the face. Then her eyes reddened. "Chung Zheng, you're the worst man I've ever met. Get lost as far as you can. Don't come back here again." Master Chung was a little confused, but he wasn't angry at her anymore. In the past, he would quarrel with her every 2 to 3 days, but now he didn't seem to want to quarrel with her anymore. It was as if he was tired of living and didn't feel fresh anymore. He felt that it was about time, and so his decision was right. She would get a decent man while he, Chung Zheng, could only live the life he had in the past. That was pretty good. They didn't have to care about each other. He didn't want to admit that he was afraid of marriage. He was afraid of being tied down. He didn't want to be tied down by a woman until he died. The outside world was so interesting and exciting. He had long said that the reason he was looking for a woman was for that kind of thing. But if she had to talk about love, that wouldn't do. How could he, Chung Zheng, know anything about love? Chapter 5268. Read it for free. Master Chung felt that their relationship had come to an end. He really didn't want to get married. If they broke up, then so be it. It would be good for her too. She still longed for a family. He couldn't give it to her. She still longed for a family. He couldn't give it to her. Master Chung was a generous man. He didn't want what he gave her. But the moment he stepped out her door, the bag was thrown out. "I don't want your things. You should be more clear in the future." He bent down to pick it up. He wanted to talk to her, but the door had already been closed. Master Chung furrowed his brows. This woman's temper is getting worse. He picked up the bag and wanted to knock on the door. But then he remembered that they had clearly said that they had broken up. Master Chung had some thoughts in his mind. He stood there silently for a while before leaving. Sister Hong was alone at home. She smashed everything into pieces and got herself drunk. Wasn't it just because they couldn't have children? She clearly knew that if she could give birth, Chung Zheng wouldn't have such thoughts. Because she couldn't give birth, she wouldn't have a child, and she wouldn't need to get married. She didn't really want to get married, but she really didn't think about it. She never thought about being together forever. Lu Hong, you're actually no different from those women. You're vain, and especially like his money. She leaned on the bar counter and slowly fell asleep. When she woke up, it was already early in the morning. Outside the floor-to-ceiling windows, there was a layer of fog in B City. Sister Hong just lay there and looked at it silently. Then, she started to cry. Wasn't it just a man? If there was no one else, she could just find another one. For a long time, Sister Hong was alone. She went to work and got off work. Her temper wasn't good. Everyone in the news agency knew that she had broken up with Master Chung. If it was in the past, Du Meili would have laughed at her. But now it was different. She scolded Master Chung behind his back. That country bumpkin was lucky enough to have a woman like Sister Hong to love him. He was so picky and didn't know how to cherish her. They were both women. Du Meili guessed that they had broken up because of marriage. It was true. A woman who followed you for a long time was nothing. Du Meili wanted to accompany Sister Hong for a drink and have some fun with a little wolf dog. Sister Hong thought about it and agreed. However, she wasn't interested in drinking anymore. When she woke up early that morning, it felt like a dream. It was especially bad. The two of them went to the clubhouse. It didn't matter if it was Master Cheng's or not. They had already broken up. Fortunately, Master Cheng was here. Xiao Mao ran over and told Master Cheng, "Sister-in-law is there drinking with that reporter Du?" Master Cheng, who was happily hugging the two girls, impatiently said, "Which sister-in-law? Do I have a wife?" He asked the two young ladies beside him, and the two young ladies giggled, making Master Cheng very happy. Xiao Mao hesitated for a long time before he finally said, "All right, as long as Master Cheng doesn't mind." Master Cheng snorted. "Do I look like the kind of man who can't let go? After we break up, whether she finds a puppy or a good man to marry has nothing to do with me anymore." Xiao Mao looked at Master Cheng with some resentment in his eyes. Master Cheng was really heartless. He didn't even cherish a good woman like sister-in-law. Little Mao went out, but he didn't dare to go over and greet him. He only dared to watch from afar for a while. Du Meili smoked and said softly, "It's Master Cheng's henchman." Sister Hong held on to her glass. "It's Xiao Mao, right? Don't worry about him." Du Meili didn't refuse cigarettes or alcohol. Seeing her like this, Sister Hong stopped her. "Come on, I heard that you have a boyfriend. If you get pregnant, it won't be good for the child." Chapter 52-69. Du Meili and Sister Hong also spoke from the bottom of their hearts. It's not that easy to have a child. Both of us are under a lot of financial pressure after just buying a house. Let's wait for another 2 years. In another 2 years, we have to take care of it now. Sister Hong smiled. Du Meili froze for a moment and then lowered her head. "Sister Hong, I'm so sorry. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have broken up with Master Cheng. That's not the problem." Sister Hong smiled faintly. "If he really likes me, he wouldn't care if I can have a child or not. He could even adopt one. In his heart, I'm no different from anyone else. Once the novelty is over, he'll just throw me away. Last time, he slept with someone else. This time, before they could even separate, he was already out drinking and having no intention of hiding it. His intention was very clear. He was waiting for her to say that they were going to break up. This was good too. At least she wouldn't be cheated by a man for the rest of her life." Sister Hong smiled lightly. "You see, I'm not young anymore. Maybe it's time to find a man to marry. It's fine if he has a child, but it's not bad if he doesn't. Du Meili, I really want to be a mother now. Really, but it's time." Du Meili never thought that she would be able to talk to Sister Hong like this. She raised her glass. "Then I wish you all the best. Find a good man and forget about that bastard Cheng Zheng." Sister Hong smiled. "Do you know what he said? He said that we don't need to care about a piece of paper." Du Meili helped her scold again. After that, she thought of someone. "Next time call Su Mu. The three of us can eat together. I have to apologize to Su Mu for being too arrogant in the past. It's not good. You don't have to do it on purpose. Let's get together when we're free." Sister Hong didn't care and looked at the time. "It's almost 10. I'll send you back. You can't drive after drinking." Du Meili actually drank 2 glasses. "I'm fine. I'll take a taxi back. You go first. I'll leave after I finish this glass." Sister Hong nodded. "Then be careful." After speaking, she took her coat and walked out. Because of her slender figure, long hair, and exquisite makeup, many men stared at Sister Hong. If it was in the past, Sister Hong wouldn't mind having a one-night stand. However, after the incident with Master Cheng, she was quite against it. He walked out of the clubhouse, got in his car, fastened his seatbelt, and looked ahead. It was Cheng Zheng. He was hugging 2 young ladies as they got into the car. Perhaps he was coaxed by the young ladies, He looked very happy. Sister Hong lowered her eyes and started the car. Her car slowly drove away as Master Chung sat in the car in a daze. The young lady beside him called out to Master Chung a few times before he lightly said, "Get off the car. I'm not in the mood today." These two beautiful sisters were newcomers. They were very young and were only in their 20s. Master Chung was also very happy for a few days. However, after seeing Lu Hong just now, he suddenly lost interest in the two beautiful sisters beside him. The two beautiful sisters still wanted to act coquettishly, but Master Cheng's face darkened. "Get out of the car." The two young girls felt wronged and didn't dare to pester him anymore. They got out of the car obediently. Chung Zheng held a cigarette in his mouth and said to the driver, "You get out too. I'll drive myself." The driver was a little frightened. "Master Chung, you drank. I'm very sober. I know what I'm doing." Master Chung was a little angry. The driver didn't dare to disobey and got out of the car. Chapter 5270. Master Chung sat in the car and smoked a cigarette, but he still drove to Sister Hong's building. When the car stopped, he saw that Sister Hong's sports car had already driven back, and he watched silently for a while. Just as he was about to leave, he saw Sister Hong get out of the car with a tissue in her hand, as if she was pressing her nose. Under the light, he could clearly see that her eyes were a little red. Did she cry? Master Chung felt his heart tighten, and he couldn't tell what he was feeling. He also secretly hated himself. She had clearly let go of him, so what was there to be reluctant about? Wasn't breaking up like this? She would be sad for a few days. Besides, she was rich and beautiful now. Where couldn't she find a man? Master Chung still got out of the car, and he stood holding the car door. "You really can't let go? You won't cry when you see that I have another girl, right?" Sister Hong stood there, wearing a red wool skirt with a simple black down jacket, and she was holding a notebook in her hand. She only glanced at him, and then she quickly prepared to enter the hall. Master Chung closed the car door, and before she opened the door, he grabbed the handle of the door and looked down at her. "Aren't you very free and easy? Why are you crying like a little girl?" Sister Hong quietly said, "Chung Zheng, we have broken up. Whether I cry or find a man, it has nothing to do with you. I have already prepared to let go. If you are a man, don't look for me." Master Chung ground his white teeth. "Fine, I won't look for you. I have nothing to do." Sister Hong chuckled softly. "Yeah, just live your life well. Aren't you happy?" For some reason, when Master Chung thought of his two sisters, he felt a little guilty and looked at Sister Hong. He coughed lightly and pretended to be casual. "Do you care?" "A little, but it's temporary. Chung Zheng, don't look for me anymore." She said in a low voice, "I want to find a man to marry and maybe adopt a child. I don't smoke or drink anymore, and I want to have a family. If you take into account our past, don't look for me anymore, and don't ruin my life. I can't bear Master Cheng's love again and again." After saying that, she gently broke away from him, opened the door, and entered. Chung Yang stood behind her and looked at her back through the door. After a long time, he found his voice and said, "You're quite promising." At this time, Xiao Mao appeared out of nowhere and said, "Master Chung, haven't you been separated from sister-in-law? Can I just come and take a look?" Master Chung frowned. Xiao Mao sighed softly. "I don't think Sister Hong will turn back." Although Master Chung had no intention of turning back, he was still shocked by these words. He shook his head and said, "I didn't ask her to do anything. There are so many women out there, and I'm rich enough to find a woman." Xiao Mao just stared at his Master Chung, not making a sound. After Master Chung finished speaking, he rubbed his nose and said, "He's gone. He's gone. He doesn't even want to see me. He won't even let me drink a sip of tea." On the side, Xiao Mao said in a soft voice, "When a woman is heartbroken to the extreme, she will never come into contact with this man. Maybe one day they can have a cup of coffee together, but not now." "When was that?" Master Chung asked in a rough voice. Xiao Mao said again, "According to the book, at least 10 years, maybe 20 years. Master Chung chuckled and said, 20 years, your sister-in-law will have menopause a long time ago. Why would she drink coffee?" Xiao Mao's voice was still soft. Master Chung, where did I get sister-in-law? Didn't we break up a long time ago? Chapter 5271. Updated quickly. If it was in the past, Master Chung would have either hit or scolded him. But now, he was silent for a while, then said softly, Actually, I'm the one who let her down. I'm a scumbag and playful. Actually, I could tell that she took it seriously, but I still treated her well. That's it. If I didn't show that I wanted to be with her for a long time, she probably wouldn't have taken it seriously. Or perhaps, he really did want to be with a woman for a long time, but it was just a spur of the moment. Especially when this woman asked him for marriage, he didn't want to give it to her. He felt that it was pointless. He, Chung Zheng, was second to none in the underworld. After being controlled by a woman for so long, he was actually a little tired of it. Sometimes he also missed the free and unrestrained life. So, when she said she was going to get married, he went with the flow and separated from her. That was good. She was a mature woman, so she should be fine after a few days of sadness. Master Chung went back and continued to live a luxurious life. He didn't look for Sister Hong even once. However, Xiao Mao mentioned once that Sister Hong had started going on blind dates, and the dates were all high-quality men wearing glasses. He said that Master Chung could rest assured that Sister Hong had good taste. Master Chung was quite annoyed and told Xiao Mao not to mention Sister Hong in front of him in the future. Xiao Mao didn't mention it, but Master Chung himself met Sister Hong outside. She was sitting in a cafe, dressed elegantly, and drinking coffee with a man in a woolen suit. She seemed to be doing well. She was talking and laughing with the man and would occasionally stroke his ear. Master Chung gritted his teeth through the glass. He was the one who gave her the earrings, and now she was wearing them to date another man. She really was something. Master Chung gritted his teeth. He didn't know if it was because his line of sight was too obvious, but Sister Hong turned her face and saw him. Their eyes met, and Master Chung was a little embarrassed. He immediately put on his sunglasses and got into the car. Sister Hong silently retracted her gaze. The man opposite her asked gently, "Do you know each other?" Actually, they were both adults, so they roughly knew what kind of relationship they had. Moreover, Sister Hong's eyes couldn't lie. Sister Hong gently stirred the coffee, took a sip, and said calmly, "An old friend, but he doesn't come often anymore." The man smiled warmly and did not pursue the matter. He was very cultured. Sister Hong had a good impression of him. He was a university professor and the vice dean of a certain academy. He came from a scholarly family. It was his second marriage. He had an ex-wife, but no children. He didn't care whether he had children or not. This was quite in line with Sister Hong. After 3 or 4 dates, their relationship was more or less settled. After finishing their coffee, they went to watch an opera together. They also had dinner outside. When Professor Lin drove Sister Hong back, it was already 9 o'clock. "Here we are." He smiled. Sister Hong gently unbuckled her seatbelt and thought for a moment. "Do you want to go upstairs for a cup of tea?" Of course, Professor Lin would not reject a lady's invitation. It would be impolite to reject her now. He quite liked Sister Hong. She had an intellectual beauty and was very feminine at the same time. She was very flirtatious. She was the kind of woman that men wanted to have, Professor Lin smiled. Of course, he unfastened his seatbelt, leaned over, and kissed her hair. His voice was hoarse. "Lu Hong, I'm serious about dating." He was afraid that she wouldn't be satisfied with him. He was afraid that it was just temporary. He had heard of Sister Hong's bold and unrestrained past. He didn't care too much. He was just afraid that she wouldn't be serious. Sister Hong leaned against the back of the chair. Suddenly, she gently hooked her arms around his neck and pulled him closer. Not far away, Master Chung was sitting in a car. His eyes were practically spitting fire as he looked at the couple. Chapter 5272. Master Chung ground his white teeth. He was truly furious. He was about to get out of the car when Xiao Mao reminded him kindly, "Master Chung, you were the one who said that you wanted sister-in-law to get married. Now that she has found a good partner, aren't you happy?" He wasn't unhappy, but Master Cheng's expression was scary. Master Cheng's hand really stopped. He narrowed his eyes and smiled after a while. Yes, I'm giving my blessings generously. How can I not let it go? Who do you think I am? But as he spoke, his eyes turned red. Yes, she did as he said. She really wanted a family. What's wrong with women? Why do they want to be together forever when they meet a man? Isn't it good to be happy together? Master Chung leaned his head against the back of the chair. He didn't say anything and just lit a big cigar. After a few puffs, he felt that it was very tasteless and put it down. Xiao Mao stared fixedly at his family's Master Chung. After a long time, Master Chung said, "Forget it, let's go." Xiao Mao stuttered, "Not waiting." Master Chung was so angry that his eyes turned red. He roared, "What are you waiting for?" "Waiting for me to finish." The car slowly started. Master Chung sat in the dark, biting his fist and his eyes red. He didn't say a word. When he closed his eyes, he saw Sister Hong's beauty. Maybe she was lying next to another man right now. Just thinking about it made his heart ache. That's my woman. But it seemed that he had no choice but to let her go. He was the one who didn't want her. He was the one who said that marriage required a child. All right, she had found another man to marry. This woman was so unrestrained. How could a man stand it? Master Cheng's hand was about to be bitten. After the car drove for about 10 minutes, he said anxiously, "Go back, go back." Xiao Mao also said hurriedly, "Go back. Master Chung has something important to do." After the driver witnessed the whole process, he was cursing in his heart. It had already been 10 minutes. Wasn't that the relationship between a man and a woman? If they drove back, it would be 20 minutes. What was going to happen would have happened long ago. Besides, even if they could prevent it today, could they prevent it tomorrow? Also, Master Chung and Sister Hong had broken up. Everyone knew Sister Hong's temper. She would never give in. This time, it was Master Chung who had gone overboard. He wanted to separate Sister Hong from him so that he could look for a girl. He had played it too well. She was a woman, but the woman who cared about him couldn't stand it. Sister Hong was actually quite humble in the end. She was probably waiting for Master Chung to change his mind. Master Chung didn't. He just told him to leave. You told her to disperse, and now she's looking for a man to go home and have some fun. Why do you care? Rush up to catch the adulterer. They're now boyfriend and girlfriend, while Master Chung is an outdated mistress. However, the driver still drove the car back without saying a word. The car drove very fast and even ran a red light. However, when the car stopped, Master Chung didn't move. He just sat there in a daze. Xiao Mao urged, "Master Chung, the car has already stopped here." Master Chung tilted his head and looked at the elevator without making a sound. Xiao Mao didn't dare to say anything and just silently accompanied him. After waiting for about half an hour, Professor Lin came down, but Sister Hong did not. Professor Lin was in his 30s. He was quite good-looking and had a good temperament and demeanor. After all, he was from a scholarly family. Master Cheng's eyes darkened as he watched the man get into the car. He was probably sending a message to Sister Hong. He held his phone for a while. Master Chung was furious. He got out of the car and walked over. Chapter 5273. Master Chung was furious. He got out of the car and walked over. Xiao Mao screamed, "Master Chung, calm down." However, how could Master Chung calm down now? He was thinking about what this gigolo and Lu Hong had done in the past hour. He even had a satisfied look on his face. Master Chung opened the car door and dragged Professor Lin out, pressing him against the car door. He breathed heavily through his nose. "Did you touch her?" Professor Lin was shocked. Then, he looked at the furious man in front of him and slowly remembered who this man was. He was Lu Hong's ex. The matter between Sister Hong and Master Chung wasn't a secret in B City. Now that they were separated, it was even more so. Master Chung was very high profile. Everyone knew about the sisters. Sumu even called him and scolded him, saying that he was a scumbag. If it was someone else, Master Chung would have beaten him up. However, it was Sumu, so he could only pinch his nose and accept it. At that moment, Professor Lin looked at Master Chung and was actually a little afraid. He was a scholar, and he was a leader in the underworld. How could he not be afraid? However, he was also a man. He admired Sister Hong and felt that she was the woman he wanted. He wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. At this moment, he couldn't be afraid. Professor Lin pushed his glasses and said politely, "Even if there is something, it's consensual. I won't force her or lie to her." Master Chung was stunned. Did that mean there was something? He was furious. His mind was filled with unbearable images. He waved his hand and punched Professor Lin's face. Professor Lin was instantly injured. However, he was still a little stubborn. "Let Lu Hong go. You aren't worthy of her." Master Chung wanted to hit him a second time, but he was stunned. He stood quietly in the cold wind. His heart felt like it had been frozen. After he became famous and rich, he could have any woman he wanted except for his benefactor. However, he still managed to get his hands on a tough bone like Sister Hong. No one had ever told him that he wasn't worthy of any woman. Although many people looked down on him and thought that he was rude and uncultured, this was the first time they said it so directly. Professor Lin looked a little like Zhu Yilong. Although he looked weak, his eyes were firm. He supported himself against the car and said again, "Don't you think so? If you're a man, then stop pestering her. Is it fun to ruin her life over and over again?" Master Chung stared straight at him. Professor Lin continued, "You broke up. A man and a woman who had broken up should not be involved with each other again. Chung Zheng, has no one ever told you that sometimes money and fists can't be exchanged for feelings? How do you expect a woman who you've hurt to turn back?" Chung Zheng was completely stunned. He took out a cigar and stared at the pretty boy as he smoked. He was gentle and weak, but he was indeed a man. Chung Zheng's Adam's apple bobbed twice, and his voice couldn't be any hoarser. "Did she tell you?" "No," Professor Lin said calmly. "The Lu Hong I know is definitely not an unfaithful person." Master Cheng's hand dropped to his side. He took a few steps back and looked at Professor Lin. After a long time, he went forward and adjusted Professor Lin's collar. "You're quite compatible with her. Congratulations." His voice was unbelievably hoarse. He lost his composure and turned around to leave. However, the moment he turned around, he saw Sister Hong standing there. She was quiet and emotionless. Chapter 5274. Updated quickly. Sister Hong walked over slowly and placed a cup in Professor Lin's hand. "I just made some tea. Drink it on the way." Professor Lin smiled. "Okay." He ruffled her hair, a standard boyfriend gesture. Master Chung was like a rooster that had lost a fight, standing there. Professor Lin got into the car and left, giving Sister Hong some privacy to deal with her personal matters. Sister Hong waved at him, then turned around and walked into the hall. She ignored Master Cheng's call. Master Chung was a little angry. "Woman, I'm calling you." Sister Hong tilted her head and looked at him quietly, then smiled faintly. "What's the matter?" Master Chung lowered his head. "You and him are really together?" "Yes. I think he's a good marriage partner." Sister Hong's voice was especially indifferent. Master Chung was stunned for a moment, then followed her. "You have to be careful. What if you meet a scumbag?" "I've already met the biggest scumbag. I'm not afraid of even more scumbags." Sister Hong entered the elevator and turned her head. "Don't follow me, or I'll call the police." She said it resolutely. There was not a trace of emotion in her eyes. It seemed like she really wanted to break up with him completely. Master Chung was quite disappointed as he watched the elevator door close. After a long time, he walked back dejectedly. Xiao Mao looked at Master Chung sympathetically. At this moment, Master Chung was like a defeated rooster. Master Chung got into the car and touched his head. "Let's go." Xiao Mao asked one more question. "Where to?" Master Chung was silent for a while before saying, "Didn't you buy the villa that I used to live in with Sister Hong? Let's go there." When Xiao Mao heard this, he knew that Master Chung couldn't let go. He really couldn't let go. Why did Master Chung have to do this? Wasn't things good back then? Sister-in-law wholeheartedly cared about Master Chung. Master Chung was still fooling around outside, playing so wildly. Xiao Mao looked at his sister-in-law's expression. There was no greater sorrow than death. Master Chung sat in the car and arrived at the villa in the middle of the night. He did nothing but lie down, silently thinking about that woman, silently wondering if it was the end of the road. Doing nothing, his mind was empty. This was the first time in Cheng Zhang's life that he had experienced what regret was. When they had just parted, the sisters had accompanied them, and the brothers had bowed down to them. It was indeed refreshing for a while, but why did they miss that woman after just a few glances? Master Cheng felt that he was a little useless. After sitting there for half the night, he felt that he couldn't sit still anymore. He drove to Sister Hong's building and didn't dare to disturb her. He just sat in the car for the night. Early in the morning, he couldn't hold it in any longer and touched it. He had a spare key. He had forgotten to give it to her when he left. It was still with him. He opened the door carefully and ran in like a cat. On Saturday, Sister Hong was still sleeping in her bedroom. The air was filled with the fragrance of a woman. It smelled good, and it made people a little ecstatic. Especially at this moment, Master Cheng couldn't wait to get his hands on her. He took off his shoes and went to the bedroom. Sure enough, she was still asleep. She was lying on her side, wearing white silk pajamas. Master Cheng walked over and half-knelt on the carpet, silently watching her sleeping face. Their faces were a little too close. She has lost weight. She wasn't fat in the first place, and she had lost weight recently. It had only been half a month, or even just a month, and she had lost so much weight. However, she still looked good, especially in this kind of pajamas, which made her look especially feminine. Master Cheng hadn't been here for a long time. He missed it very much, but no matter what he thought, he didn't dare to do anything. He felt quite satisfied just looking at her like this. Chapter 52-75. Memorize when Sister Hong opened her eyes. She saw a certain man lying beside her. She didn't seem surprised and just looked at him quietly. After a while, she finally sat up. At that moment, the silk fabric stuck to her curves, and her long hair rippled in a beautiful way. It was quite seductive. Master Cheng was still kneeling there. His voice was a little hoarse. "I just came. Don't worry, I didn't do anything." Sister Hong flipped her hair and asked, "What are you doing here? Do you want to have sex with me? Or do you want to live like a fake husband and wife again?" "Cheng Zheng, I don't need either. Let's separate." Very softly, she said, "Don't bother me again, will you?" Master Cheng wanted to say something, but his throat seemed to be blocked by something. He couldn't say a word. After a long time, he said in a low voice, "I just came to see you." Just as he finished speaking, the bedside lamp smashed under his feet. That very expensive crystal lamp was bought by them when they went shopping together. It was worth hundreds of thousands, and now it was smashed by her. Master Cheng's heart ached a little. They had bought it together. The broken pieces on the ground seemed to be pricking his heart. Sister Hong laughed. "Cheng Zheng, do you feel that you've been wronged?" She raised her head and said, "Do you know how cheap you are? You're the one who fooled around with women outside, and now you're the one who pretends to be in love with me. You're either schizophrenic or crazy." Master Cheng's throat was blocked, and he finally squeezed out a sentence. "Break up with that gigolo, and we'll start over." Sister Hong looked at him and then turned her head away. She said nothing. Master Cheng waited, his heart beating faster. He had never felt so uneasy in his life. After an unknown amount of time, Sister Hong slowly turned her head and said softly, "Cheng Zheng, I will never be able to forgive you in this lifetime. I've told you before, I hate betrayal the most, but I hate myself even more for being wronged. You know what happened to you outside in the last half a month, and I know it too. I pretended to be deaf and mute, and even I looked down on myself. But even so, you still said to separate. It can be seen that it's wrong for a woman to throw herself wholeheartedly at a man. She doesn't know how to cherish him." Master Cheng's voice trembled. "Lu Hong, you still like me, don't you? Do I like you? Do I like you sleeping with other women? Cheng Zheng, I don't want to cry anymore. I look down on myself. Look, I found a university professor. He doesn't care about my past, and he doesn't care if I can have children. He's willing to marry me. As long as I nod my head, I can have a wonderful marriage. Cheng Zheng, I beg of you, can you let me go? I can't afford to play your games." Cheng Zheng narrowed her eyes. "You really don't care about the past at all?" Sister Hong lowered her gaze. "Cheng Zheng, what are you trying to say? Are you going to touch Professor Lin? Then let me tell you, I will find you to settle whatever he has." If you want him to disappear, then I will disappear too. Master Cheng's eyes reddened. Do you like that gigolo so much? Sister Hong didn't say anything and just looked at him quietly. Her expression told him that she was serious. Master Cheng stood up. After a moment of silence, he smiled and said, "All right, I was thinking too much. In the future, we'll go our separate ways. I won't hold you back from finding your next home." After saying that, he walked out, his eyes a little red. Sister Hong sat there, lost in thought. Chapter 5276. After Master Cheng left, he really lived a very absurd life. During that time, he didn't lack alcohol, women, cigars, but without Sister Hong by his side, everything was still empty. Master Cheng knew that he regretted it. Occasionally, he would meet her. It was quite strange. He clearly didn't want to look for her, but he always met her. About a month or so, he met her 3 times. It was still that respectable man beside her. They had a meal together, drank coffee together, and once in the car to pick up something. Master Cheng looked at it through the car window, and his heart was cold, an indescribable feeling. Not long ago, this woman was still his, lying in his arms obediently, and he could do whatever he wanted. Now, someone else held her face, and he could do whatever he wanted to her. Damn it, that woman still had an intoxicated expression on her face. Master Cheng stood there and looked at her for a long time, as if he was torturing himself before leaving. That night, he parked the car below Sister Hong's building and waited for the whole night. That woman didn't come back. Did she spend the night at Professor Lin's house? Was she ready to become Mrs. Lin? Master Cheng sat in the car alone, smoking a cigar. He smiled and drove the car away. Sister Hong went to the news agency. Du Meili caused some trouble during the interview, and Sister Hong had to settle it. After spending a lot of money and connections, he finally managed to settle the matter. Du Meili walked to Sister Hong's office. Sister Hong lit a cigarette, but she didn't smoke it. She just lit it. Du Meili walked over, her eyes a little red. Sister Hong. Sister Hong glanced at her, her expression a little serious. You can't stay in B City. Pack up and go back to your hometown. If your man is willing to go with you, then go. If not, then leave. Du Meili, your life is more important than your man. Do you know that? Du Meili also knew that she had caused a lot of trouble, and her voice was a little choked. What will you do if I leave? Today is temporarily settled, but there will be more trouble in the future. Sister Hong held the cigarette in her hand and watched the smoke float gently. Don't bother me. Don't I have more connections than you? She paused for a moment. I can help you sell the house. Also, she took out a card from the drawer. There's $2 million in here, including the money from selling your house. Buy a house in a small city, and it's enough for you to live for 10 years. Don't come back. Du Meili refused to take the money, so Sister Hong stuffed it into her hands. Don't be so wishy-washy. It's settled. She waved her hand. I'll book the tickets right away. Du Meili bit her lips and finally left. She had filmed a rich man's private life, but unfortunately, it had leaked out. The other party wanted to kill her now. She had to run. Du Meili suddenly thought that if Sister Hong and Master Cheng were together, this kind of thing would be easy to settle. However, it was just a thought. Soon, she scolded Cheng Zheng from the inside out. She was still feeling a little guilty, but Sister Hong said calmly, "We are in the media. It's normal to offend people. You don't have to blame yourself. Go home and pack up." Du Meili nodded and immediately went home to pack. However, she was still stuck at the airport, and the matter that had been settled could not be settled again. The main reason was that the scale of the photo was a little too big, and the other party was a female star. This time, Du Meili must be killed. Fortunately, Du Meili called Sister Hong before she realized that she was being followed. Sister Hong had a headache. She had no choice but to find Su Mu and ask Xiangnan for help. With the help of President Yi, things were much simpler, and it was settled very quickly. You're tuning into the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.